My beloved child, I am so deeply glad that you have paused your day to sit with me. I have been waiting for you, watching you with an overflowing, tender love. You do not need to say a single word right now, because I already know the heavy thoughts that have been echoing in the quiet chambers of your mind. I know you so intimately. I know the very number of hairs on your head, and I know the exact number of tears you have wiped away when no one else was looking. I am speaking to you now, directly to your heart, not as a distant authority figure sitting on a faraway throne, but as your closest friend, your savior, and the one who holds your fragile spirit with the utmost care. I see you. I truly, deeply see you. I know that the season you find yourself in now, this sacred third age of your life, has brought with it a complex tapestry of emotions that are often difficult to articulate to those around you. You look into the mirror, and sometimes the face looking back at you feels like a stranger. The world sees the physical markers of time, the graying hair, the softening of your features, the way your steps have grown a little slower and more deliberate. But I see the ageless, vibrant, incredibly beautiful soul inside that body. I know that your spirit feels as young, as passionate, and sometimes as restless as it did decades ago. I understand the profound disconnect between the energy of your heart and the physical limitations of the vessel that carries it. Please hear me when I say that every silver hair on your head is a crown of wisdom in my eyes, and every line on your face is a roadmap of a beautiful, resilient survival that I honor deeply. I want to validate the profound ache that sometimes settles in your chest when the house is quiet. There was a time when your life was a whirlwind of noise, demands, rushing to appointments, raising children, building a career, and constantly pouring yourself out for others. Now, the quietness of your home can sometimes feel deafening. The hallways hold the echoes of laughter from years gone by, and I know that the silence can sometimes morph into a lonely companion. You miss the people who have moved on, the friends who have passed away, and the vibrant days when you felt indispensable to the world. A fast-paced, rushing society often makes you feel as though you have been pushed to the margins, as if you are invisible or no longer useful. My precious child, nothing could be further from the truth. In my kingdom, you are not fading, you are ripening. You are stepping into the most spiritually powerful season of your life. I also want to address the heavy, suffocating blanket of guilt that you have been carrying on your shoulders. In the quiet hours of the night, when sleep evades you, your mind replays old memories. You think about the mistakes you made, the words you wish you could take back, the opportunities you feel you missed, and the ways you believe you fell short as a parent, a spouse, or a friend. You look back at your journey and sometimes judge your younger self with a harshness that breaks my heart. Stop carrying this burden. Bring those heavy stones of regret to me right now and lay them at my feet. I was there with you in those moments of failure, and my grace covered you then, just as it completely covers you now. I do not hold your past against you, so please, my beloved, stop holding it against yourself. You did the very best you could with the tools, the understanding, and the healing you had at the time. I have washed you clean. You are entirely forgiven. I know your anxieties about the future, the fears about your health, and the deep-seated worry about becoming a burden to those you love. I feel the trembling of your heart when you think about the unknown roads ahead. But I want to remind you of an ancient promise I made, one that still echoes with absolute truth for you today. Remember when I told my disciples, as recorded in the book of Mark, "Come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest a while." I am extending that very same invitation to you right now. I am inviting you to step away from the harsh expectations of the world and find your sanctuary in me. I want you to rest. I want to soothe your nervous system, calm your racing thoughts, and wrap you in a blanket of absolute, unconditional peace. You are a chosen one. You were handpicked by the Creator of the universe before the foundations of the world were even laid. Your life is not a series of random accidents. It is a meticulously crafted story of grace, and I am the author. You have survived every heartbreak, every loss, and every storm because my unseen hand was holding yours, pulling you above the waves when you thought you would drown. I am validating your pain today to set you free from it. Your suffering is seen, your sacrifices are recorded in heaven, and your tears are kept in my bottle. You are completely safe with me. Breathe out the guilt. Breathe out the sorrow. Let my warm, compassionate light fill those empty spaces in your heart right now. Let us walk a little deeper together, hand in hand, into the sanctuary of understanding. To truly heal, we must gently look at how the burden you carry grew so heavy over the decades. I want to show you the anatomy of your weariness, not to make you feel worse, but to bring profound clarity and loving relief to your soul. You see, life happens so incredibly fast. It feels like just yesterday you were standing at the threshold of adulthood, full of wide-eyed dreams and boundless energy. And then, the realities of the world set in. You had to survive. You had to provide food for the table, keep a roof over your family's head, and navigate a world that is often harsh, demanding, and unforgiving. Without even realizing it, the sheer momentum of living began to rob you of your inner peace. In your younger years, you absorbed the shocks of life so that others wouldn't have to. You became the shock absorber for your family, swallowing your own fears to project strength for your children and your loved ones. When people betrayed your trust, when systems failed you, and when the economy of the world threatened your stability, you learned to build walls. You constructed these defensive fortresses around your tender heart out of pure necessity. You told yourself, if I don't let anyone too close, they cannot hurt me. But over the decades, those walls that were meant to keep the pain out also began to keep the joy, the connection, and the light from coming in. You became fiercely independent, convinced that you had to carry the weight of the world alone. I watched you cry in the shower so no one would hear you. I heard the silent, desperate prayers you whispered in your car. I was there, aching with you. Because you are a chosen one, a bearer of profound spiritual light, the world and the enemy have actively tried to drain your energy. They have tried to distract you with endless worries, trapping you in a cycle of anxiety about things completely out of your control. To protect the beautiful calling on your life in this sacred third age, I need to share with you the spiritual secrets you must keep. These are not secrets of deception, but secrets of divine preservation. They are holy boundaries. The first secret to protect yourself is the secret of selective silence. Over the years, you felt the need to explain yourself, to win arguments, and to correct everyone's misunderstandings. Now I give you the permission to simply remain silent. You do not need to attend every argument you are invited to. Let the world rage. Keep your inner peace quietly guarded. The second is the secret of relinquishing the illusion of control. You have spent decades trying to steer the paths of your adult children, your friends, and your circumstances. I am asking you to gently open your hands and release them to me. You cannot save them, only I can. Your endless worrying does not protect them, but it destroys your peace. Trust me with the people you love. The third secret you must keep is the secret of the holy no. For too long you have said yes to obligations that drained your spirit, simply because you wanted to be perceived as good, helpful, and accommodating. But as a chosen one, your energy is sacred. It is perfectly acceptable and absolutely necessary to draw a boundary. Saying no to the chaotic demands of the world is saying yes to the peace I have ordained for you. The fourth is the secret of the inner sanctuary. The world is loud with terrifying news, political strife, and societal anger. You must fiercely protect the gates of your mind. Do not let the digital noise and the panic of the age contaminate your spirit. Retreat into the quiet room of your soul where only I dwell, and lock the door behind you. You lost your way not because you were weak, but because you cared too much in a world that often cares too little. You gave away pieces of your heart until you felt entirely depleted. You built a narrative that your worth was tied directly to how much you could produce, how much you could fix, and how much you could endure. I am completely dismantling that narrative right now with my love. Your worth is not found in your productivity, your physical strength, or your ability to solve everyone else's crises. Your worth is eternally secured simply because you are mine. You do not have to earn my affection. You do not have to fight for your survival anymore, because I am stepping in front of you as your absolute defender. Let my gentle hands dismantle the heavy brick walls you have built around your heart. I know it feels terrifying to be vulnerable again, especially in this stage of life when you feel fragile. But you are not exposing yourself to the harshness of the world. You are exposing your wounds to the great physician. I am applying the soothing balm of Gilead to the places where you feel bruised by the decades. I am taking the heavy rucksack of worldly worry off your tired shoulders. You do not have to carry the weight of the world's brokenness anymore. That was always my job, not yours. Breathe deeply, my beloved. Feel the anatomy of your pain dissolving in the warm, radiant light of my perfect love. You are safe to rest now. Now, my precious child, we reach the beautiful turning point of our conversation. I want to completely shift your perspective on the time you have right now. In the world's economy, time is a ticking clock, a countdown that breeds fear, urgency, and dread. The enemy whispers vicious lies into your ear, telling you that your best days are behind you, that it is too late to find true happiness, too late to heal broken relationships, and too late to fulfill your divine purpose. I tell you now, with the full authority of heaven, that is a lie. My grace does not operate on the world's timeline. In my kingdom, a single moment of absolute surrender is worth more than a lifetime of anxious striving. Never believe the deception that it is too late for you. Remember the thief on the cross beside me? He had only a few agonizing moments left of his earthly life. Yet in that tiny fraction of time, he found complete redemption, absolute peace, and eternal paradise. You have today. You have this very breath. The time that remains in your life, whether it spans many years or just a few, is more than enough for my grace to accomplish its perfect work in you. It is a beautiful, blank canvas for peace, not a countdown to an end. You are standing on the threshold of your most glorious spiritual chapter. Let me reveal the remaining secrets to protect your spirit in this beautiful season. The fifth is the secret of holy release. This is the profound act of forgiveness, not just forgiving those who have deeply wounded you over the years, but profoundly forgiving yourself. Holding on to bitterness is like drinking poison and expecting the past to change. Release the debts of those who hurt you, and watch how instantly the chains fall off your own soul. The sixth is the secret of daily manna. Do not project your mind into the fears of tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. I will only give you the strength for today. When you wake up, simply ask me for the grace to navigate the next 24 hours. Live beautifully and completely in the present moment, for it is the only place where I reside. The seventh and most vital secret is the secret of divine identity. You must fiercely protect the knowledge of who you are. You are a chosen one. You are deeply loved, fiercely guarded, strong in the spirit, and completely protected by angelic hosts. When physical ailments arise, when the darkness of loneliness tries to creep into your room, you must remember this secret identity. No disease, no financial struggle, no rejection, and absolutely no fear can ever separate you from my powerful grip. I am the Good Shepherd, and I am standing at the door of your life, staff in hand, keeping the wolves of despair far away from you. I want to remind you of the beautiful words recorded in Mark, when I looked at a terrified heart and said, "Do not fear, only believe." I am looking directly into your eyes right now and speaking those exact same words over your life. Do not fear the aging process. Do not fear the changes in your body. Do not fear the shifting dynamics of your family or the state of the world. Only believe. Believe that I am working all things together for your ultimate good. Believe that I have prepared a glorious, eternal home for you, where there is no more pain, no more tears, and no more goodbyes. But until that day comes, I have magnificent work for you to do right here. Your prayers are moving mountains. Your gentle smile is a lifeline to younger generations. Your accumulated wisdom is a treasure that this broken world desperately needs. You are not finished, my beloved. The final act of a masterpiece is always where the story resolves, where the deep meaning is revealed, and where the most profound beauty shines forth. I am holding your hand so tightly, and I will never, ever let it go. When you are weak, I will carry you. When you are confused, I will be your compass. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and my compassion for you will never fail. It is new every single morning. Take a deep breath right now. Feel the heavy burdens lifting off your chest. Feel the warmth of my presence wrapping around you like a thick, comforting blanket. You are healed. You are whole. You are protected. If you feel my presence right now, If you are ready to stop carrying the heavy weight of the past and step into the profound peace I am offering you, I invite you to make a simple declaration. Leave your burden in the comments below. Type, "I receive your peace, Lord." Let this be a physical act of letting go. And please, subscribe to this channel so that we can walk together, hand in hand, every single day. I want to continue pouring my love, my guidance, and my healing into your life. You are my chosen one, and I love you more than words could ever contain. Rest in me today.